Health to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am Gail Demori, Madam Chair, and with me are Vice Chair Andrea Sheehan and board members Dr. Ed Weiner and Dr. Marwa El Sahabi. In addition, our professional staff alongside here with us tonight, we have Susan Luminello, Director of Public Health, Christine Mathis, our environmental engineer, and online recording secretary, Ms. Julie Fockingham. Thank you for all the work that you do. Please note, we are online and on live and will be taped by BCAT and available for appropriate comments and questions throughout this technology. Thank you to BCAT for what you do in keeping the community so well informed. I'm looking at approval of one set of minutes from January 27th. I believe everyone was present. Before I ask for the motion, I just wanted to note, could there be a change in the chair and the vice chair designations on those minutes? It looked like,
On the letterhead?
No.
oh, is it on the letterhead or
No,
is
that
it?
needs to be
Members in
updated.
It
attendance.
needs to be updated because it says,
Oh, yeah.
Ed, I think it's still designated Ed as the chair,
Chair.
and then
Yeah,
I
so-
was vice chair. I don't know
On the
how long
minutes.
it's been like that, but it's just on the minutes where it says
Yeah,
who's
I don't
here.
know, when did, that was, the minutes were for January 27th, so the reorg happened.
It's
That
not.
No, it's
reorg
not even
happened
that.
last
It says
April.
Dr.
It's-
Weiner
it's
is still
Ed's name.
chair.
I'm chair, I'm not chair.
Oh,
I'm
right.
chair.
Okay.
So I would like to just make that
Julie,
comment.
Julie's on the line, so, did you get that, Julie?
Yes, I see that there, and I'll change that and
Probably has
And-
to go
and-
back.
correct that.
And in that line, it says that members absent was Mary Beth Welch. Didn't she resign by then?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So she's
not
no
fair.
longer absent.
Right, she's
Right.
just not there. Should take that line out.
Okay, Julie, you got that?
It should probably also be picked up on the
Got it, thanks.
Letterhead.
town stationery.
Yeah, we
But we
haven't,
haven't officially done that.
yeah, we have,
Well, there's
Well, I
it's
guess.
inconsistency, because here's my name with vice chair, and here's Mary Beth's name still as a member. So again, I don't know if there's a couple of sets of documents that, or letterhead that we use, but just an
I
FYI.
think Julie.
We should look at
has
that.
gotten-
Good call.
Yeah, we'll make sure she gets the new.
Yeah, I need to create that letterhead.
Okay, great. So I do need a motion to approve the minutes, unless anyone had any questions.
I move the approved minutes as corrected.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, citizens' time. Is anyone here in person or online who is not part of our agenda but would like to speak to the Board of Health? No one's online. Okay. So we're moving into the chairman's report. Well, I feel like just like the weather, the only thing that is constant in our world is change. Here, we are with a lot of new changes. First, with our weather patterns and the recent record snowfalls. Second, U.S. Olympic teams making some super great strides. The first freestyle mogul duels debut, along with the U.S. athletes bringing home a gold and a silver on the women's side. The men's U.S. hockey team earning the gold, a first since 1980. And all of this just shows us what consistent dedication, determination, and hard work can do. For us here at the Board of Health, we all consistently work hard at staying ahead of things to help keep our community safe and informed. And within that encompasses a lot of unseen, behind-the-scenes kind of work that is done on the daily to keep everyone up to date, prepared, and ready for anything that may be thrown our way. So thank you to everyone on our staff and my elected co-workers for everything that you do. We're going to move right into our subcommittee notes with an update in public health by Dr. Weiner.
My turn. Seems like it was an age ago that I did the first part of this commentary And this will be the last commentary involving this topic, as we are getting old, part 2. In part 1 of my thoughts as we're getting older, I noted what plans you should consider if you're living alone. In preparation for this commentary, I spoke to our new fire chief, Chief Brown, about the subject. He's very knowledgeable and easy to talk to. You may want to give him a call if you're concerned about access to your residence in an emergency. He has professional and some sensible solutions if you have concerns. And also, this for everyone. You may remember I talked about my best friend living alone in New York State who died young and unexpectedly. Very little of his end-of-life documentation was complete, and very little was up to date, including an unsigned new will, inadequate pre-planning documents involving an up-to-date healthcare proxy, which was also not up to date and not complete, and even an incomplete pre-planned funeral arrangements. Even the combination of a safe, which took a lot of time to find, was not readily available. All cause a very uncomfortable situation for family and friends. I'm not an expert, and I'll repeat that again, I'm not an expert. So speak to your family, your trusted friends, and I don't know, even your lawyer. I wish you a long life, but think about this. You worked hard to get where you are, rich or poor. I want you to, you need to, you have to protect your legacy to ensure that your important wishes will be fulfilled after you're gone. No, nobody likes to discuss these issues, and this is the last time I'm going to bring them up, but that's life. So you be well.
Great, thank you. And we also have just a quick update on the Wellness Committee. The most current meeting was on February 12th, and both Susan Luminello and I were there. And the group primarily worked and spent the time just reviewing the evaluation of the curriculum and the new standards. So that's going to be, I think, for a couple meetings, because it's a hefty job. Moving on to our agenda, there were no permits, no variances, no hearings or discussions, so we're going right into staff reports, starting with environmental engineer Christy Mathis. Could you give us an overview? It's been a month, I think.
Sure. It's a little early, but I just wanted to make a note that household hazardous waste is on May 16th.
Okay.
And that it is being moved from Fox Hill Elementary School because that will be starting construction
Okay.
at the beginning of April. And it will be at the Francis Wyman Elementary School
Okay,
for probably the next 3 events, maybe 4.
okay,
We'll see how construction goes at the new Fox Hill School.
great, thank you
But
for that update.
as you know, the Fox Hill School is going to remain open while they construct the new one, so they'll have, an active school and
Right.
construction area, so
Which isn't conducive to the flow of our traffic and where things
that's why we like it so much
Yeah,
currently at Fox Hill, because
exactly.
it's a nice traffic flow. But Susan and I did some, at least on paper, remapping for Francis Wyman School.
Great.
We hope we have a good flow to test out in May.
Good.
With that, did you guys have any questions on my report?
Oh, I did, I had one.
Sure.
I was just not concerned, but when I saw the Russ Majaic Water Treatment Plant Manager led in the services line, I was just wondering how extensive that was, and
So it's part 2 of a notification that the DPW did because they are required to by the DEP. Because that they cannot say that there are 0 lead service lines in Burlington, just because of they don't have a complete enough history in terms of very old installations and stuff like that. They are required to send out a couple of notices to targeted areas and targeted addresses, let's say. However, they do note in both mailings, they did note that the town has no records of any lead service lines being installed in town ever. And they also have not uncovered any lead service lines when they're doing repairs or rebuilds or new connections. So it's a requirement because they can't say, we have zero.
Right, perfect, thank you.
And they are in the process of putting together a sampling plan with their consultants, or with a consultant, which has to be filed with the DEP and approved by DEP. And once that is approved, they'll send a new update out to any potentially affected addresses.
Thank you.
Great. Were there any other
I have
questions?
one question.
Yeah.
In that same line, you had a discussion with DPW about a private drinking water well. Are there any still in this town?
I think there's 19 that we know of. We've done a couple of mailing campaigns, you know, what we have some old records, we have some records from, and we cross-check those records with some records from DPW that say, you know, for people who don't get a water bill, for example, the very old ones, you know, and we've sent out mailings to confirm people, and we whittled it down to approximately 19 or 20 private wells.
And we have no jurisdiction over testing them for anything.
No.
Even with all the contamination in this town, we have no idea what they're drinking.
Not for an existing well.
I'm sorry?
Not for an existing
Not for an
well.
existing well.
If somebody sought to install a new well, they would have to follow our current private well guidelines, and
Yes.
that does have sampling requirements.
Okay, thank you.
I was just curious because I saw Overlook Park mentioned a couple of times. Is everything going smoothly there?
Yeah, so
Okay. It seems like it.
we had to do some test pits out there because they're putting in some, well, you guys heard the proposal for the site plan back in May of last year. They're putting in some infiltration systems and a rain garden, I think.
Right.
So we had to do some test pits out there. We did them last week, and they have to decommission a very old, circa 1950s, septic tank that's out there.
Wow.
And that was scheduled to be done, but they found that a sink was somehow still connected to it. So they have to disconnect that sink and connect that sink to the rest of the property, which goes to sewer, and
Okay.
then our role out there will probably be done for now.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve the environmental engineer's report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second by Dr. Marwa Shahabi. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, so we're moving to the Director of Public Health, Susan Luminello's report, which will include the Associate Director of Public Health, Michael Green, Health Agent Marlene Johnson's report, Associate Health Inspector Samantha Ellsworth report, and the Supervisory Nurse Sandra Troiano's report, as well as the Shared Services Triton Grant reports, so there's a lot in there. Could you give us an overview? Or, I don't know if you want to give us highlights.
Yeah, I'll start with something I didn't mention last time, which afterwards I said, oh, I should have mentioned that, and that is Marlene's appearance on the Beyond Data Management podcast.
Yes.
Which is a national podcast for environmental health professionals. And she did, quite an extensive interview. It's in your board, in the bottom part under references of your board
saw
book page, if you want to take a look at it. But there's a lot of, great information and stories from Marlene's long career in public health.
It was nicely done.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention was the Leahy UMass Community Engagement Day.
Yes.
So we have that all set. I think the schedule is pretty much all set, which is
It's exciting.
in my report, but that's gonna be April 8th. And that'll be a full day from 9 to 4:30, where we're having welcome and introductions on certain things. We're gonna have a tour of Board of Health offices, Stop the Bleed, train the trainers, Medical Reserve Corps introduction, which will be done by Mike. And then an overview of Board of Health responsibilities from each of the staff members, tour of Board of Health offices. So it's going to be a lot of information there. Dr. Weiner has graciously
Thank you.
volunteered to help us out for that day, so he's going to speak and hopefully do the tours of the Board of Health offices for us. So we have, it's going to be approximately 30 students, and we're breaking them up into 3 groups of 10. So that way we can, get them all into each one of these things, because the Stop the Bleed, train the trainer is limited on how many you can teach at one time. So we had to kind of break them all up. So we're going to have small breakout trainings, and then we'll have, sessions with the entire group. They're going to provide lunch for the students, so we'll have a break for lunch. And, so it should be a very good day for them, I hope. And I guess our motive in doing it is to create a partnership with them as well as the students, so that way hopefully they'll sign up for the Medical Reserve Corps on that day, and then they'll come back to volunteer and help us out with our initiatives. So that's kind of the main goal on that.
I love the partnership.
Yeah. Any questions on that or anything else?
We're going to go through each one individually, or just ask all questions for all of them? Madam
Well, this is
Chairman?
your report, right?
That was on mine, report the
Yep.
community day.
Great.
Yeah, I don't know if you have questions on anybody else's. Let's just see here.
Let me see, I tried to highlight.
Well, I have a couple, and there's a couple of
Okay.
different reports.
I have a question on Michael's report, actually.
Okay.
I was just curious about the job shadow on 2/6, or was that, are you putting together something with the high school to job shadow?
So, he's working with a high school student.
Okay.
To come out, I think he should be starting pretty soon, for the.
Is it part of the internship that the Burlington High School does?
Yes.
For the
yeah,
seniors?
yeah.
Okay.
So
I was
he's
just
gonna-
curious.
He's going to be, Mike put together a schedule for them to do some
Great.
shadowing opportunities.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Dependent upon when they're available.
Right.
It's going to be limited, it's only about 4 or 5 hours
Mm-hmm.
a week, because it has to do something with if you're taking advanced placement courses
Mm-hmm.
and all that, so.
Great. Does anyone have any questions on Michael Green's report? Is there any questions on Marlene's report?
Yes. Two. First is that, can you give us any more information on Busy Bee Bakery?
They have submitted their application, and they're all set at this time.
Okay, good.
Oh, and I didn't ask, I happened to bump into a new intern in the office.
David,
Well, I introduced myself.
yeah.
And when did he start?
So he's on like a limited schedule as well, so he's really only there on Fridays now. He's actually at UMass Amherst, but he lives locally, so when he's home, he's coming in on Friday to kind of help us with some things. So he started a few weeks ago.
January.
And he's working with Sandy and Christine. Sandy's getting him to help out with the health fair, and then he's going to be doing a table at the health fair
Great.
on Radon. He's updating our information and doing some pamphlets and
Good.
stuff, so.
Good.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Anything else under Marlene's report? So are there any questions on Samantha's report? I don't think, I did not have questions. Anyone?
For anybody else?
What about Sandra,
I don't.
supervisory nurse?
No, I just, there was one other question, and I don't know which one it was, and that is, I think, go back to yours, because I had yours at the last. Mr. Denise, you asked you about warming centers,
Yeah, that was not this storm, it was the previous
the
storm.
previous storm, and you informed him that we don't decide if we're going to have one or not, correct?
Right, I mean, that's a decision, I guess, for the emergency management director and the administration, whether or not they want to open it up, but I think, through my experience, I just let them know that, we wait and see to kind of keep a look on, where we are with outages in town, whether or not it's necessary, first of all. I kind of taught, he was kind of like, just kind of feeling it out while the storm was going on. And, I think maybe, he would reach out to us if we had volunteers that would be willing to help out at something like that, if they needed anybody to do anything. However, we would never, we're never going to do anything during the height of a storm, because we don't want to put anybody at risk. We'll wait until after the storm is over, see what the power outages of the situation is, and then, talk about the possibility of volunteers helping out.
Right.
So he was just, asking about the kind of things that we've done in the past.
It's an interesting question, because over the summer, we had the cooling station, so it makes sense to inquire and think about it just to be prepared.
Oh, yeah.
If needed, but you're right, you don't want to bring people out in a storm, so.
Right.
You have to look at all angles.
Yeah, and then if you do have, major power outages, then that's when you
You
really
would
look.
consider it.
Yeah, yeah. There's, the building at 61 Center Street has a generator, so it would be fully powered during
If needed.
a major outage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
It is good to
Do
know.
we have the authority, if we felt there should be a warming center, an emergency is not moving fastest, then we can announce a warming center for the Board of Health?
No,
We cannot.
no, those types of decisions of, of the emergency management director, who is the fire chief.
Who is the fire chief?
Yeah, so the fire chief, works with MEMA, because the fire chief has a direct connection with MEMA as well, on things like that, in the event that they had to open up, or conduct some kind of emergency operations.
Okay, good, thank you.
Good clarification. Any other questions on the shared services reports? So can I do a lump?
I would think so.
I need a
Just name them
motion.
all.
I need a motion to approve the reports under Director of Public Health Susan Luminello, Associate Director, Public Health Michael Green report, Health Agent Marlene Johnson's report, Associate Health Inspector Samantha Ellsworth's report, and the Supervisory Nurse Sandra Troiano's report, as well as the Shared Services Triton grant reports.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
And seconded by Andrea Sheehan. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, great. I would like to just wish our Muslim friends, family, and colleagues Ramadan Mubarak, blessed Ramadan. I'm learning.
And Madam Chair, I also want to acknowledge the Chinese New Year. It's the year of the fire horse. And for my Cantonese-speaking friends, Kung Kei Fa Choi, and my Mandarin-speaking friends, Wan Chi Ru Yi. Happy New Year.
Nicely done. Motion to adjourn our meeting. This could be the fastest one yet.
I will motion to adjourn. You have mine?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Great. Second by Dr. Marwi Shahabi.
All in favor?
Motion, all in favor on the meeting. Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody. Be
Good
well.
night.
Good night,
Stay safe.
everybody.
Motion to end the meeting. I got to add that.
Did you
There
see?
you go.